Not with that attitude.
You got close. They just didn't have a White Russian. I guess that's not beer.
That's definitely not beer. Beer is very different. Yeah, beer, I hate the smell and taste of beer, so I will never drink beer.
That's why...
You're welcome, Darren. Just for you. I'll drink a White Russian, but I won't drink beer.
Darren, you're the reason I don't drink.
Beer.
Beer.
Just beer.
No. Well, I haven't had a shot of tequila in a while. I'm sober. I am
sober. 5 minutes sober.
I'm shooting a 5 minutes sober. All right. Well, anywho, everybody, welcome back. If you are still with us after last week's episode, fiasco. Thanks for coming back.
Way to tough it out. Hang with the troops. I want to talk about this one, but I know we're going to degenerate like last. No, screw it. We're doing it.
We'll go on yours. Yeah. So I don't know. Both of these are kind of dumb.
No, that one I have very strong opinions about that one. Do the TV show one.
Well, I have strong opinions about it too, but I'm pretty sure that we agree on. Well, we can do this one and then we'll do it first.
All right, cool.
Arthur is better than SpongeBob.
Straight facts.
100%.
Arthur's fire.
Arthur is so... Except for... Have you seen the episode?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm just assuming I've seen it. Keep going.
Okay. There's an episode where he has headphones on here.
Oh, but his ears are up
but
here.
His ears are up here.
No, it's amazing.
And that has been...
a work of art.
That has been the one thing that I cannot get over with Arthur.
It's not as bad as Jimmy Neutron, where his hair doesn't bend against the locker. It goes through the locker door as the lockers close.
There's an episode I saw on. It was on. It wasn't an episode, but it was like a thing on TikTok. Mm-hmm. And there's this big monster thing chasing them, and everyone's running, and she's just doing his like walk. So they didn't animate him running.
Oh,
so everyone else is running, and they just had him walk. And I was like, either Sheen's got some Chad energy going on,
or the animators had a very low budget,
or the animators are just like, Sheen's not gonna run in this. We don't have the budget to have Sheen run.
Unfortunately, Sheen, we have to take one for the team because our budget can't handle more cardio.
Sheen got voted off the island.
That's got to be the worst way to be voted off an island. It's like you're voted off the island, they just tie you up and leave you behind, and just walk away.
Oh, that would make for a great TV show. Like lawsuits, lawsuits out the wazoo.
No, the thing is, if you made a TV show, you'd have to do like make a very fake. Like you have to make sure that everyone knows it's a fake reality TV show. Does that make sense? So it's like, like there's TV shows where it's like. It could be real, but it's very obviously fake, like Righteous Gemstones. Like, could there be a mega church out there that has a son who hung out with prostitutes and did cocaine, like getting blackmail? Sure.
Oh,
do we know about it?
Oh, I thought we were talking about a TV show, not real life.
I don't look into mega churches, so I don't know. I'm just saying that could it happen? Sure. Do I know for sure? No. So I know it's fake. No. But it could be real in some areas.
The name,
but the TV show would have to be like that, where it could be real, but it's not because of like things that you put into the TV show.
Oh, speaking of being real,
they're in Comerica. It's like Canada and America just had a baby. They're in Comerica, and that's the country. So it's fake, but it could be real.
Well, I was going to say there are tons of islands in the Pacific. Like, actually, not even the Pacific. Let's just go to Greece. In Greece, there are tons of these islands that nobody lives on. They're just kind of there. Since Greece is in so much debt, they just kind of sell these islands off. What you could do as a TV company,
Fight Club.
You don't talk
as a TV club.
You don't talk
as a TV company. As a TV company.
Ooh. As a TV company, what you do is you buy up let's say you buy 9 islands. So you spend lots of money, get your 9 islands, and then you have your contestants come on. And you go from island to island to island, but every time you just leave somebody on the island that you just finished up your whatever challenges or trials you have on it. We call the series Island Hoppers.
I like it, except I want to make one change.
What's your one change?
We take a whole bunch of billionaires
Ooh.
and we leave them behind, and they have to and then we follow them for like a month as they try to establish themselves on the island.
That would be fun.
That'd be fun because then you have billionaires doing the stupid challenges, and you can watch them fail. But then afterwards, you have the billionaire for like a month try to survive on the island. Obviously, we can like medical staff there to make sure they don't die.
Yes.
And then like you see how well they can actually fend for themselves. Mm-hmm. And then you get the double whammy. You get to see billionaires with something stupid happening. Then you get to see a billionaire like just out of their element. It could be fun. I think Mark Cuban would be down. I could see Mark Cuban wanting to do that.
Oh, you just get the guys from Shark Tank and the gal, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
I forget her name.
I don't think Elon would. Elon would be like, I'm too busy trying to colonize Mars.
To the moon.
So,
well, honestly,
I don't think you get Elon.
Honestly, we just have Elon do it on Mars.
that's the island Elon.
His Tesla's already on Mars. Actually, I think it crashed.
I was gonna say I don't think it's usable. It might be there.
I think,
but I don't know if you can use it.
Well, no, I think the probe thingy-majigger that they sent it up on, I think it crashed. So I think an asteroid hit it, if I remember right.
Nice.
It's just nobody wants to hear that in the news.
God really said, "Not today, ho."
He said, "You are staying. I've made this Earth for you.
Stay on the island. Stay on that island.
Stay on the island.
Pause.
Do not leave."
Anyways, back to the hot take that we veered from. Arthur's better than SpongeBob. SpongeBob has a couple of like memes that I won't lie, well worth it. But I'm not gonna lie, the Arthur fist meme just going around cracked me up.
Okay, even from let's take it just from like a standpoint of kids shows. I feel like you learn more in Arthur. Like Arthur teaches more. SpongeBob is more entertaining to watch, if that makes sense. Like as for a child.
Yeah,
it's like if you want
the thing is, I feel like most of our problems as society are because kids watch SpongeBob instead of Arthur.
Yes. Because
Arthur, you actually learn a little bit about like morals, how to treat people, how to use common reasoning.
Yes.
SpongeBob is all about funny. So now we have a whole bunch of people trying to be funny, and they're not actually funny, and they're just pissing everybody off. You can't change my mind. I will die on that hill.
I feel called out.
That's like one of 3 hills I will die on, one of which we won't bring up.
Is it this one?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's the one we talked about after B-dubs.
Oh, yeah.
About a certain category of video.
Yes. Yep.
Cool.
I will say, though, in terms of these 2 shows, I personally, mostly because I've seen a lot of the episodes because I have a nephew and he likes to watch them, mostly because he likes the music and the sounds and the colors.
Please say Bluey, because Bluey slaps. Bluey is so good.
Bluey is so good.
I would watch Bluey for fun.
Here's the thing. Not only is it like visually pleasing to your child, but you as a parent, there are episodes where you sit there and you just go, I am doing a good job. I'm trying my best.
Oh, I was thinking of the funny moments where it's like, I don't want a life lesson, I want an ice cream.
Well, the funny parts too, because it is kids.
Well, yeah, but there's also some funny parts that are definitely catered more towards adults because it's Australian, so they gotta throw a couple in there.
There's one episode where I forget the name of the other kid. I want to say it's Bingo.
Yeah, Bluey and Bingo.
Right. Yeah. So she's sitting there and she goes, Dad, where do babies come from? And he sits there and goes, and she's on this swing and he just lets it go and she starts spinning around. And he's just like, that's a story for another day. And then just leaves.
Legend. Absolute legend.
What a guy.
All right. This one, I have very strong feelings. But anyways, butts are better than boobs. So Jake, are you a butt guy or a boob guy? Don't you dare say personality. There's only 1 or 2 answers. Butts or boobs, you got to pick one.
I know. I have to think.
Don't do your white knight simping crap. Butts or boobs. That's all we want to know. And why? I feel like you're a butt guy. Pause.
So it begins. Oh, you go first. Let me search, ponder, and pray about this.
All right, cool. So here's my TED. Here's my TED Talk.
I've been waiting for this day.
I don't have the slides pulled up, but okay. So both are important. Let's first establish that. You can't, like, realistically, you want to have both.
You can't have one without the other.
But, see what I did there?
What?
Boobs, you can't really do much to grow a boob. You can surgically enhance it or diminish it, but you can't, like, just naturally grow a boob. Butts, you can grow in the gym, and there's other ways, like, you can make your butt bigger. That doesn't involve plastic surgery. So, therefore, I think boobs are better than unaltered ones because, like, that's just, like, dang, if you have a night, like, ladies, I apologize in advance. Like, if a girl has a nice rack and they didn't do anything to make, like, get it there, dude, like, that's just, like, a gift from God.
There's a Thomas Rhett song about that.
Look what God gave her. So, yeah, boobs are better than butts, but I feel like I need to switch this a different language so it makes sense. So, boobs are better than butts. Entonces, so should like Spanish.
Entonces.
Então, Portuguese. We still need to have a butt. You can't have a plank butt. Gotta have a little bit. Gotta have a little something down under. You can't leave Australia out. Just gotta have up top and down low. It's well-rounded figure, but my personal preference. Also, obviously, post-marriage, Darren, I would not do this before marriage. But this is really hard because I use butt so much, and we're talking about butts, so it's like butt. Anyways, back to the main point.
Butts.
Dude, cuddling, big spoon, hand on the boob. It's nice. I mean, I wouldn't know. I'm assuming. Scott told me.
Scott's our point of reference for all things.
Scott's our point of reference for all things post-marriage romantic physical intimacy.
Well, after hearing, so I was
hearing
leaning,
my points.
Well, here's the thing. I was leaning that way. After hearing your points, I will concede to that side.
So, but here's the thing: with how much you talk about yoga pants.
Here's the thing: you can't. You can't.
You can't.
You have to appreciate like you said. You have to appreciate a nice butt.
I mean, obviously, I do it all the time.
And
I mean, I respect women.
And it's like you said too. You gotta appreciate what God gave them, what their mama gave them. If it's not enhanced in any way by
plastic
outside,
surgery.
outside means.
Not saying that's bad. If you decide to do plastic surgery, you. Like more power to you, queen. I can't say queen unironically. I'm sorry, that sounded offensive.
Girl, you do you.
Do what's best for you. But like,
okay, I will say this. That question reminded me. I remember this vividly. We were at I think it was
an FHA activity. I remember this.
It was an FHA activity. We were having a barbecue out at Rock Canyon Park, and you responded like right away.
Oh yeah, I know what I like.
We'll keep other people in the conversation nameless, but
the thing is, it was me, you, a woman, and another dude.
And the woman and hard for the
woman,
yeah.
like horde. So, anyways, girl asked all three of us, the guys. I was like, all right, I just want to know, do you like boobs or butts better? And then there's me, instantly just boobs.
Mm-hmm.
and then Jake was like, I like personality.
Well, no, here's the thing. I said, I personally don't have a preference. I like a good butt. I like a good pair of boobs.
That's what you said after the fact. You started by saying personality.
I like a good personality.
And then bro who was simping was like, yeah, I gotta say personality too. Mm-hmm. And I'm like,
it's like
I know you like a fat ass. Like come on.
I gave my entire spiel. I sat there, I filibustered. I filibustered to fill my point. And then as soon as I was done, she goes, what about you? And he says the exact same thing. He goes, I like a personality too.
They're just so great.
Because she sat there and said, I forget exactly what she said. It was something like, wow, that's like so real. She said something like that to me.
Yeah, she hyped up your answer. I was like, what, you're salty because I told you the truth about how I feel?
She hyped up my answer, which, is what a woman... I don't think I don't know. There are some women who would want to hear dang, girl.
That ad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know like 2 or
that.
3.
Look at that dumpy back there.
I think I know one that I could probably say it to right now and it wouldn't go over, like, it would go over well.
Do I know?
You don't know them personally. You know of them. I've told you stories. I'm telling you, you let me meet Jenna, then maybe I'll let you meet this person.
I don't think. Oh, never mind. I was going a different way. I was going to say I don't think that you'd appreciate Jenna's donk.
No, I was thinking of someone very different. I also haven't seen Jenna because you won't let me meet her.
I'm doing you a favor, Darren.
He's not my bishop anymore. I wouldn't have to talk to him for hanging out with a stripper. I mean, for hanging out with a lovely daughter of God.
Darren, I'm fighting the good fight. Scott, I'm fighting the good fight.
Jake, just let me meet Jenna. It'd be funny. Everyone I talk to wants me to meet the stripper except for you and maybe Scott. But Scott's an idiot. What does he know? He got married after 3 weeks.
Yeah, what the heck, Scott? What the heck, Kayla? Stealing Scott from
Nah, we're chill with Kayla. It's Scott's fault.
Yeah, Scott's fault. Okay, well, before we get into the WikiHow we want to cover today, do you want to talk about this?
Well, so this is my draft pick from the energy drink thing. And honestly, this is our first time tasting it at all, and I'm just curious because we both ingest
Mr. Lucky
more caffeine than either of us really should in a week.
Can we pause that just for a second? I went this whole week daily without consuming more than 250 milligrams of caffeine.
Oh, dang. I just reduced my intake post-bodybuilding comp. I didn't, actually try that hard.
Well, I tried that hard because a certain individual told me, you're only fun when you're on caffeine. And so, promptly I sat there and said...
Who said that?
Who do you think said that? Sorry, Saturday.
She also gives you shit about drinking too much caffeine.
She also straddled me.
Wait, I think we already talked about that. We talked about it last week because you recorded on Sunday.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. She says you drink too much caffeine.
And then she's like, you're not fun when you're not on caffeine.
When you're on caffeine.
I was like, what do you want from me, woman? Did you let me just do crack instead?
I promptly then said, watch this. And I've gone, yesterday, actually, so I have in my room currently, just straight caffeine. Energy drinks, I guess. Not straight caffeine. I don't have caffeine pills. But energy drinks, I have a grand total of, I think, about 4,000 milligrams of caffeine in my room. The rats are back.
In total, are we talking just energy drinks and pre-workout or total caffeine?
Oh, if we're talking pre-workout.
Well, the thing is, because I have a thing of caffeine tablets.
How much are those? 200 each?
100 each.
100.
But it has 200 in the container. So I could be tweaking after 8 of those.
I'm just remembering Lizzie sitting here going, I'd be tweaking, just like.
Alrighty, so
continue.
Back to the introduction. This is Lucky Energy, and yes, because there's the asterisk, you can't say the actual words. You have to say Lucky. And this is the sparkling OG Luck flavor. So this is the first flavor, and let me read what the can says because it has a very nice message for everyone. Get lucky times be lucky. At least I think that's a multiplication thing. I don't know.
I think that's more of a...
It's a little green star. You probably can't see the green star, but there's a green star there. I promise. This is your one life. You're lucky as to have another day. Time to live it. LFG Energy turns you on. Wait, pause. Pause. What? LFG Energy. Yep, that's right. I read that right. LFG Energy turns you on and inspires you to keep going. I want to make so many jokes right now. Whether you're dealing with your pain in the ass boss, dropping into a wave, or cutting your lawn, be grateful for another moment to kick ass in the game of life. We crafted our products with beta-alanine and maca for sustained physical and mental endurance.
Mecca.
Life is complicated. Our energy drink isn't. 5 super ingredients, 0 sugar, 0 aftertaste. Make today the best day of your life, then do it all over again tomorrow. This brand is not affiliated with this podcast in any way, shape, or form. This is just... just do the speed running thing. I
mean, we're open for business.
They are in Texas. If they want to ship us out there so we can look at it, the facility.
Texas.
Let's see. Ingredients: sparkling water, natural flavor, citric acid, taurine, gumara, macaroon, extra beta, some benzoate, natural caffeine, beta carotene, sucralose, vegetable juice for color, Hey, yo, actually, this is actually, like, in terms of, like, ingredients,
Yeah, that's really good.
it's actually really solid. There's
Three-
not, like, a bunch of random stuff.
3 grams of total carbs.
Yeah. Well, the thing
What's
is...
this one's flavor? OG Luck.
Yeah, it's just OG Luck. There's other ones. There's, like, fruity ones. There's, like, grape, probably.
Rudy.
Ow, motherfucker. I mean, shoot, darn it all, the heck.
Mother.
Oh, she actually did text you.
Who?
Your mom. You said mother.
Ooh. Cheers.
Cheers. It tastes like the OG Monster or Rockstar.
Yeah.
That's what I'm tasting is like OG Rockstar. Or nope.
Rockstar
or Monster.
Just don't wanna be
I haven't had either one of those in so long that I don't remember. It's
An OG
reminding me of the...
Monster?
Yeah, or an OG Rockstar.
I had a Rockstar recently.
It reminded me of the Guadana from like the Rockstar. Because Rockstars are Guadana flavor and this kind of seems like Guadana.
Last time I had a Rockstar, I was actually out near Salem, and I was shotgunning it to Rockstar, unironically.
Of course you were.
Well, Rockstar just happened to be playing at this place that we were driving past, and I said, wait, I'm doing something! Stop! And so I promptly got out, and my buddy was like, what are you doing? And I'm like,
As one does.
as one does. And he sat there and he looked at me, he said, you're insane. And I said, we already established that.
You should know this.
You
How do you
know me.
not know this by now?
I'm like, Justin, dog, you've known me for how long now? And he goes, fair point. Get back in the car. I'm like, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Alrighty.
sir.
So today's WikiHow. I think I've told the story on here about how I got absolutely nailed in the nards with the back leg roundhouse kick. If you don't know that story, it's a funny story. I will probably tell it again at some point because I am traumatized. So, in order to help me not get nailed in the nards again, we decided to go over WikiHow of how to win a fist fight. That's actually not why we're doing it. We thought it'd be funny, but I just thought I'd make up some funny reason for it.
Yeah, let's want to read the introduction.
Oh, absolutely. And wait. Oh, comment by Haley Baker. The comment start, there was a girl that was really trying to fight me every time I turned around. This time she really did hit me. So ... I took the things I learned from this article and used it in the real world. Thank you so much.
Haley Baker.
Haley Baker, kudos to you for winning a fist fight.
90% of readers have found this
Article helpful. That's with 70 votes, though.
70
so that
votes.
means 63% of people said, this helped me. No, not 63. 63 people. And then 7 were like, nah, not my thing.
Okay. As important as avoiding a physical fight is, sometimes it's unavoidable. Wow.
Wow.
Poetic.
Profound.
So profound.
Life-changing.
There are some people out there who refuse to resolve conflicts with verbal communication. I'm glad that
I would never.
I'm glad that we have good communication skills. What you doing?
I would never resolve things with a fist fight. I actually haven't gotten into a fist fight outside of sponsored tournaments or karate stuff. I've only fought in judged or refed things. I haven't actually ever fought in real life.
I have gotten into 2 fist fights ever. Once in middle school and then once later in high school.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you win?
Yes. Oh, I almost I guess I got into one on my mission too. That was more
That
like
one I know you won.
That one was more like slap boxing. I punched him. He was more kind of going like a freaking.
Yeah, that's good that you muted that because people who know where you served. Ooh.
Yeah, I did. I'm glad I muted that.
Alrighty,
Okay,
verbal communication.
However, if you don't know what you're doing, you might end up hurting yourself more than your opponent does.
False, you will never curb stomp yourself.
Yes.
Only
You'll
your
never
opponent will do that.
you'll never kick yourself in the nuts.
I sure hope you don't.
That's some flexibility.
I was going to say, one, you're either double or triple jointed, or you're just insanely flexible, and both of which, freaky. Stop.
Whether you're
Or you're a girl, and then what? Actually, no, that'd be the same thing.
if a girl kicks herself in the nards, that's a whole different.
Then we have 2 things that we
That's a whole different problem.
I have 2 things that are freaking me out.
Whether you're fending off a bully, defending a friend, or protecting yourself from a criminal, follow these simple steps to win a fist fight. I was gonna say before we started, have you ever gotten into a fight outside of
karate stuff? Nope.
No.
Well, the thing is, because I learned that the best way to not get hurt or not get hurt in a fight, don't have the fight to begin with. So anytime like someone at school would be like, "Yo, you do karate, right?" I'd be like, "Yeah." They'd be like, "All right, fight me." And they'd be like, "Oh, like, do you have your black belt?" I'd be like, "Well, yeah." And then they'd be like, "All right, fight me, Mr. Black Belt." And I'd be like, "All right, bet." And then like I would take some stupid, like insanely stupid fighting stance, and then they just like laugh, and I'd be like, "Yeah, guys, like it's not my thing." Like I made the joke, and I'd be like, "I do the forms." I like the self defense and the sparring stuff a lot more now, but like in high school, I mostly just did forms. So.
Well, great. You can perfectly talk about the first part because one, I'm not very good at this, but the first thing is fighting with technique.
Okay, first rule of any fight: if you don't need to be there, don't be there. Meaning, don't get into fights. I'm just saying, if you can avoid it, avoid it. If that means telling the dumbass that they're right and just moving on with your life, even though you want to tell them they're wrong, just let them think they're right and move on. It's a lot easier. So that's rule one: don't get into the fight.
Don't get into the fight.
Now, if you do have to get into the fight, or you're just really feeling yourself like, man, I can take this person because he's 5'2" and has red hair and is really annoying. This is how you would start. Actually, it's brown, I think. I don't know. It's always red in my head. I don't know why. I'll tell you after. All right, so step 1 per wikihow is adopt a solid, well-balanced fighting stance. It says your non-dominant foot should be in front. Raise your hands up at neck level and angle your body away from the aggressor. This controls the distance between you and your opponent and covers your head and vital organs. The angling is true. You want to be a little more sideways because if you give them a square target to hit, they can nail you anywhere in the gut, chest, face, throat, nards, anything that could really hurt you. So angling yourself is good. Like 45 is about where you want to be. You don't want to unless you've been trained in like karate or some other martial art, I wouldn't recommend fighting entirely sideways. If you don't really know what you're doing, stick with about a 45. No, go back up. I'm still there. I'm still there.
I know.
We're still there.
I wanted to see the next part.
So, and then here's the thing. This is the other thing that some people do. When you have your hands up and you're in a fight, you don't want to have a ton of space between your head and your fists.
Don't want to make a window.
Well, no, not because I'm not saying space this way. I'm thinking space in terms if this is my fist and this is my head, I want them here. Why? Because then I get padding, and if there's a little space, he hits hand hits head. It's like I'm getting hit twice, and I'm hitting myself, and then that's just stupid. So if you have your hands up, have them touching your head. It's just smarter. Now, if you don't have them completely on your head, neck level, then that's fine. Just keep them down. Just be ready to move your head because most people are going to throw punches at your head, especially in a street fight. Most people don't really throw body shots in a street fight. I want to make a joke. Anyways, non-dominant foot should be in front. That's dealer's choice. Honestly, it's just whatever foot you feel most comfortable with. I actually fight with my right foot in front because I did karate growing up. So my dominant leg was my kicking leg. So that's the one that's in front.
Sweep the leg.
But a lot of people will fight with their non-dominant foot in front. So if you're right-handed, that'd most likely be your left foot. That way your right hand, your power hand, is in behind. That way you can hit harder because the backhand usually you just hit harder. The front hand's more for speed. That being said, also consult with a medical professional before fighting and or get a trainer because I'm not a boxing coach. I'm not a fighting coach. I just did karate growing up, so I know a little bit more than the average Joe, but I still don't know a lot, and there's plenty of people who know more than me. So please, don't do dumb things. Unless we're there to film it.
And then we can post you on the podcast.
Exactly.
This looks like the Arthur meme.
It is the Arthur meme. All right. So this is another one that I swear to all things good and holy, if I know you and I see you do this, I will slap you. I don't care who you are. Male, female, you do this, I'm slapping you. Probably in the face. If you're cute, maybe the butt. I just said that out loud, didn't I?
Yes.
Cool. Anyways.
For our 2 viewers.
Kate, I asked Jeff. Kate Hill asked Peter. Wait, he's a missionary. He can't do that now. I don't know. Emma, maybe? I feel like you could probably get Emma to slap your butt.
Probably. I think that's a safe bet.
Yeah. All right, so when you're making a fist, if you have your thumb inside your hand, you're going to break something. Don't.
Probably your
ever.
thumb.
Most likely your thumb, or you'll just dork up your wrist. So don't. When you're making a fist, thumb goes outside. You don't even you need to have your thumb over the top. You can just have your thumb sticking out. Sometimes people who fight will have their thumbs out and keep their thumbs out. That being said, the only danger with keeping your thumb out is that if dude slips and you miss, and you snag your thumb, then you fuck your thumb up. So that's why having it in front is just a safer thing.
So honestly, what I'm hearing is we just need to, if you plan on getting into a ton of fights, just cut your thumb off.
Yeah, you don't need it. You don't need an opposable digit to actually pick stuff up.
Just get rid of the thumb.
And then another small thing that I think most people won't actually realize, like, ever do, like, you actually need to, like, kind of train this a little bit more. When you punch, you want to punch with your big two knuckles because they have bones that connect to the, like, the tibia, ulna thingy, whatever is here.
Fibula. No, not fibula.
Ulna and
radius.
The ulna and fulna.
Radius.
Yeah, sure, that one. Because you have bones here, so they're just backed by bones, so those are the two knuckles you want to hit with because they're most likely to actually be able to receive the most force because of how they're supported further down the arm. Hashtag anatomy. Oh, wow, look, that's step 3. Punch with those two knuckles.
Who'd have thunk?
Who'd have thunk that anatomy is useful?
Your non-dominant hand when you can use it so your opponent has
wait, where's that?
your moves. Just down here.
Oh, yeah.
It's just talking about leading with your... Oh, look!
Oh, wait, we're getting there.
There's a spooky man!
You like to be able to hit hard with your dominant hand. Valid. Don't forget to use your non-dominant hand when you can as well, so your opponent has a hard time predicting your moves. Here's the thing. It's a street fight. Realistically, if you hit hard and hit them in the right spot, there's a solid chance you might be able to end it in one hit. A lot of people who've never been in a fight before have glass jaws. So hit them in the right spot, they'll go down. And hit them hard. That being said, if you don't hit them hard because you're a little bit of a bitch, then you're not going to win the fight and you'll probably get your ass kicked, in which case you deserve it. Toughen up.
I feel like a nice solid punch, like right here to the throat.
The only issue with that, and it's not that it wouldn't help you win the fight, is that legality, because then, at least in some states, you have to have a reasonable use of force.
I guess that's attempted.
And because if you punch them and collapse their trachea, that could kill them. That could then get you in more trouble, even if they started the fight.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing with throat punches. While it is a solid target to hit, and if you are like in like serious danger, like you think you could die or have something really bad happen to you, by all means, destroy that motherfucker's throat. But if it's like just some drunk dude who wants to like get into a fight, don't crush his trach, please, because you will be arrested for attempted murder, probably.
Oh.
Because that is not a reasonable use of force to defend yourself from drunk man who wants to get into a fight.
All I can think of is in high school, there was this video that we watched. It was about bullying and how you shouldn't do it because bullying is bad.
Oh, yeah, so bad.
So bad. We need to bring it back. The furries are getting too known.
Yes, but I have other opinions on that.
I do too. We can talk about that a different day.
Yep.
But in this video, some kid, his name we'll call him Sam for all intents and purposes.
Okay.
But he was kind of a string bean. He wasn't like the coolest kid or anything. And there was a short little dude. He was probably at best like 5 foot even. And he'd walk up to him. He'd walk up to Sam. And Sam was, a good height for being his age. I forget how old they were. But that doesn't matter. Anywho, this kid would walk up to Sam at the bus stop, push him, and say, "Give me your lunch money." And Sam would go, "Well, like, and he goes, "What? Your mom's poor and she didn't give you any? Ugh. If you don't give it to me right now, I'm going to punch you in the Adam's apple. And then you'll die." And I'm like...
Well, this hurts.
I'm like, what is that? What am I watching?
It's like trying to watch that one dating show they try to get going up in Provo. It's just so bad.
Oh, the...
Yeah, it's like The Bachelor, but they did it just with like Provo's Mormon singles.
Was it just on... It was like...
It was just on YouTube.
I know, but it was called something mutual, wasn't it?
I don't know. I don't remember. I'm sure we could ask Elise or one of her old roommates because I know they all watched it. Oh, it's just the... Yeah, that was...
Provo...
So anyways, that's...
Show.
I don't know what step 4 is because we're not there. But pretty much, in terms of setting yourself up, remember, 45,
Provo's
hands
most
up.
eligible.
If your hands are going to go on your head, make sure there's not a space between your knuckle, like your hands and your head.
Looks like Provo's most
When you
eligible.
punch, thumb goes outside and hit with these two knuckles because they're supported by bones behind you so they can actually absorb more force.
I don't think...
Capiche? Capiche.
I don't
Let's
think
go back to
it's-
the WikiHow. We don't care.
Yeah, we don't care anymore.
Because the show died just like a lot of those singles, hopes and dreams did with that show. Okay.
Oh, yeah, we talked about
lessen
this.
damage from hits to your face and body by moving. It's still gonna hurt.
It is
I
gonna hurt.
want you to know. Punching someone and getting punched hurts. Especially if you're punching someone without a glove on. Gloves are nice because they pad your knuckles so they don't hurt. But if you punch someone and you don't have a glove on, that sumbitch hurts.
All I can think of is Megamind. When he has the disguise clock thing on, watch thing on, and then Titan undoes it, and he still has his like super glove thingy-majigger, and he goes to punch him, and then his face just goes, blah.
I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but
Oh.
Anyways, so
Good
that's
movie.
the one thing. If you are getting into a fight, just know it will hurt. You punching the person and you getting punched or kicked or whatever will hurt. Now, moving doesn't exactly lessen damage. It can, because here's the thing: if you move incorrectly, you're screwing yourself up. So,
Just don't move into a punch.
easy example. Okay, a lot of wrestlers, and this is not anything against wrestlers, just the way they were trained. Because, so in wrestling, you don't have to worry about elbows, knees, you don't have to worry about a ton of strikes. The most you have to worry about is a crossface, which sucks, but that's just them taking their forearm and just like smacking you in like the face with their forearm. Okay, so like nothing, like it sucks, but it's not like a strike per se, because it's them doing that on the way to do like a wrestling move.
You don't get points for that, do you? Though
I don't know how wrestling scoring works because I never did it.
I don't either. Just like how we're now learning how rodeo points work.
Yeah.
We're figuring it out bit by bit.
Yeah, but because it's judging, that's subjective. Anyways, back to the whole main thing. So what a lot of wrestlers will do is that when they go for a double leg takedown, double leg means they grab both legs. Takedown means they take them from standing to the ground. There you go. So a lot of wrestlers, when they go for a double leg takedown, because they don't have to worry about a knee or any strikes, they will lead with their face. In a street fight, you have to worry about knees. So if you're a wrestler and you go for a double leg takedown the way you would in wrestling, you might eat a knee to the face, bust your entire face up, and have ER bills and like lose the fight in one strike because you tried to do a takedown and you did it the wrestling way, not the street fight way.
Then you get to come see me at the hospital.
Other thing, if you're in a street fight, don't go to the ground. Everyone and their dog thinks they know how to, like, they're a UFC fighter because they watch UFC. Don't go to the ground. That's stupid. Because how are you going to run away if you need to? Like, let's say you go to the ground, but Homeboy has 3 other buddies. Those 3 other buddies are going to start kicking you while Homeboy's still punching you. Then it's a 4v1. And unlike certain websites, we don't like those in these situations. So, that being said, moving, like, just think about it this way. If you stand still, you're, like, they know where, like, you're going to be and they're going to hit you. If you move, a moving target is harder to hit. That's just, like, that's, like, basic science.
I mean, if you watch any boxing match, any UFC fight, any boxing movie,
they're moving.
They're moving.
They work
all the time.
So don't be like, trying to like break a move, bust down. Like, this isn't the disco. This is a street fight. But like the easy way to think about it is like if you're throwing a punch or something's happening, move your head, because in street fights that's most likely going to be the target.
Yes.
Alrighty. Step 5: keep your hands high and watch your opponent. If you're not watching your opponent, you deserve to lose.
I think when they say watch your opponent, it's more of like let's see.
You can sometimes see their shoulders move before they throw a punch. Tell their close your body to protect your kidneys. You only need one, so let them destroy one, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's more of a, kind of watch and react type thing. Because, I mean, while it's always really good to deal out as many punches as you can, other times it's good to just kind of, sit back. You let them tire themselves out. You see an opening. Bah.
Yeah, that also means you're taking all those hits.
That's true. You are taking all those hits. Or you can dodge all those hits if, they're not.
I'm sorry, but you are not Alex Canelo.
I'm not Alex Canelo. But
I think it's Alex.
If they're not a great fighter.
Oh, wait, no, it's just Canelo. I think it's like Canelo Alvarez. I don't know. He's a Mexican boxer, and his head movement, his head game, pause, insane. I said it that way on purpose. So, like, here. Okay, if you're. In an ideal world, someone who likes to fight or likes to spar or is in like a martial, like a combat sport in any way, wouldn't have a tell. People have tells. So if you
said tail,
they have those too. Not TALE, not TAIL. That's only the furries.
Well, they have a sacrum. It's like a tail.
We're not. I don't want to know what that means.
Oh,
don't tell me.
Okay.
So
I'm just going to drink my drinky drink.
a lot of people will have a tell. So that does make sense. Like, watch your opponent, because if they're like gonna try to throw a kick, which also if they're trying to kick like your head in a street fight, they're dumb. Push them over and run. You're laughing, but that would work. Especially if they're drunk because they're already off balance. So like trying to kick you, like, bro, they're gonna biff it. So yeah, tuck your elbows close to protect your body, to protect your kidneys. I mean, like, I guess. I mean, you only need one, so like, who cares? Okay, so that's all the technique per wikihow. Strategizing. This is gonna be the fun part. Grunt and exhale noisily while fighting if it comes naturally. As strange as it sounds, studies show that grunting can increase the amount of power your body can put forth in short bursts. It takes effort and concentration to fight effectively. Trying to stay quiet at the same time will distract you. These noises serve to intimidate, distract your opponent as well. If you need outside intervention, more noise can draw the attention, potentially helpful to bystanders. The last bit makes sense. The first bit, intimidating, you think that like if someone really wants to fight, you think yelling is going to intimidate them. They're just going to want to fight you more. Unless he says something really sus, like, I'm not going to lie, if I was going to fight something, he's like, yeah, bet, suck my, like, he just starts going on, says a whole bunch of, like, really gay stuff, I wouldn't know how to handle it. I'd probably just walk away and be like, all right, bro, you're kind of gay, kind of creepy, kind of weird. I don't, like, I'm out.
You're facing up? Good, I've been waiting for the embrace. I'm a gay man.
Sir, respectfully, you can win this one. I'm going to go home. Respectfully, I'm out.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I'm good. Starts chasing you.
But here's the thing. This is what actually exhaling will actually do for you that's helpful. If you get hit in the body and you are exhaling as that happens, guess what doesn't happen? The wind doesn't get knocked out of you. And if the wind doesn't get knocked out of you, you can actually stay in the fight a little longer. Because as everybody knows, when you get the wind knocked out of you, that shit sucks.
Yeah.
It's not fun. But if you're taking a hit to the body and you breathe out and you just go like, you breathe out, guess what? The wind's not knocked out of you because you pushed it out yourself.
And then
science.
You're good.
But yeah, and then that is true. If you need outside intervention, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, if you're around like a Walmart and you say, and you like scream some racial slurs, someone's gonna notice, and they might show up. That being said, if you're in a fight, I would not recommend shouting racial slurs because I'd probably piss someone off, and then you have more people to fight. Probably just shout something like "help." That's probably a good place to start.
Hey, you're just wailing on him. Help! Help!
All right, strategizing. Part 2. Control the distance between you and your opponent. I mean, if you like control the distance, preferably there's a lot. Like,
I could go the distance.
There's always a song.
I'll be there someday if I can be strong. Okay,
Let's see. The more skilled your opponent is, the less likely it is that you want to be fighting them up close up. Stand on your toes to dodge around them. You don't want to fight up close at all because you don't want to be fighting at all. Because let's be honest, if you're fighting, what if the person's a better fighter than you? You're going to lose. What if the person has a knife? You're going to lose. What if the person has a gun? You're probably going to lose.
I think at that, yeah, you'd want to be at far range for that. Unless they're a really, really good shot, then nowhere's safe.
Yeah, but so that's the thing. Distance, honestly, if you don't get into fights, the first thing you should do when you have the opportunity, run and get out of there. If that means that you just shove whoever you're fighting and like get them off balance, and then you turn and book it the other way, do it. Like, seriously, don't sit there and try to fight someone if you don't feel comfortable fighting. Just get out of the situation.
And the whole time, sit there running. Help!
Yep. Let's see. 3. Aim strikes at weak spots like the jaw and chin. Don't hit the jaw or chin. That'll hurt you unless you're hitting with the palm of your hand.
Well, that's what I think. That's what she's doing here.
She's doing first of all, no. So she's punching like this. So like if this
that's not the jaw or the chin. That's his freaking nose.
All, yeah. Let's say this is dude's nose in picture. She's hitting him like that. Don't do that. If I see you doing that, I will slap you. And this time, it won't be face or butt. It'll just be face.
Face.
So, okay, the things you want to hit, realistically, if you want to get out.
A butt.
Philtrum right here, because that'll cause their eyes to water, and it sucks, and it's just very sensitive and tender. You can't, strengthen your philtrum and, be trained to like get better at getting hit there.
Yeah.
Throat, another one. Sternum, it's like right here. So like you have, let's see, let me pull the shirt tight so you can kind of see. So you have like the under boob of the pec, then you have like the middle line. It's like right around here, the sternum. It's like, so you have like where the rib cage meets, you have little like down little spigot thingy. Right underneath that, that's where you want to hit. That's the sternum.
If you feel where your clavicles are and you just kind of go towards the center, you can feel it just kind of coming right to here.
Yep. So sternum, that's another thing that doesn't get strong. Like you can't really train to be hit. I forgot eyes. Eyes is another one, but if you're short, kind of hard to get to the person's eyes.
Emma, you can't aim for the eyes.
I mean, you can if the person's like 5 foot nothing. And then the last one, which Emma would be able to hit on most people because she's is tall enough, the nards, the groin, because that is sensitive for both men and women, just varying degrees. So those are the weak spots. The jaw and chin, most likely, I would not recommend those. Like if you don't like fighting. Now, if you are like me or Jake, where you can probably throw a really solid punch and hit someone really hard, do it. You go ahead. It is gonna hurt your fist though. So. Just, if you want to get out of the situation, get out of the situation. Realistically, I'd probably go eyes, throat, groin. Those are the three that I would look for first. Sternum, and then philtrum.
Then you already talked about this one. If you get knocked down, get up quick. Just stay off the ground.
Yeah, but also be smart about how you get up, because if you get up and you're on hands and knees, they're going to kick you in the gut or the face, and that will wreck you. So
kick you in the rectum.
So, like, just be smart about how you get up. Because this is a street fight, and if you get down, there's a lot, like, if you get knocked down, there's a lot of that could happen. So that's why I also don't recommend throwing kicks. Yeah. Unless you're really good at throwing kicks. Like, if you're going to throw a kick, keep that sucker low so you don't lose your balance. And if you think you might lose your balance, don't throw the damn kick.
Mm-hmm. I also feel like if you're not a good kicker, don't throw a kick high, because then they'll just catch your foot.
Yeah.
Then you're screwed.
Yep. So, get up fast, but get up smart. It's like if you get knocked down and like you're like, let me get up, you're trying to get it fast, and you just go into another strike, you're done.
Yeah.
Like you're just done. Supplement punches with dirty moves is necessary. This is true. Okay?
Hit him in the nards.
If you are in a street fight, the only rule is win and stay safe.
Kicks to
as
the
safe
head.
as possible because you're in the middle of a fight.
Kicks to the head can easily be fatal.
Good. Depends on how hard you kick, where you kick, and all that other stuff. Sure. Like, if dude is standing and I'm standing and I'm throwing a kick at his head, not likely to be lethal. Mm-hmm. Dude on the ground, me stomping, likely to be lethal. Just to give you an idea.
There's a message in this picture here. I can't put my finger on it, though.
You know, I think it's racism. I think that's it. Just to give you an idea, you have angry white man, concerned black man, another angry white man.
Racism.
When was this WikiHow made? Because I feel like it was made in like the 1930s, like the 1950s. Like, is this a Jim Crow era thing? 2020, updated April 14, 2024. So Adrian, who wrote this, is just racist.
Adrian is a racist.
Adrian shows a racist photo. Way to be, Adrian.
Yeah, there you go. Be aware of your surroundings. I feel like we've hit the nail on the head there. If you don't feel out your situation, if there's a possibility that you're going to get into a fight, I guess prepare yourself, but do all you can to avoid getting into said fight.
Yeah, diffusing a situation is usually really good.
Yeah,
if you can, just
like this. This says keep your peripheral activity by moving your eyes around. This will help you anticipate obstacles in advance. Notice if people are behaving abnormally.
One other thing, and they might bring it up later, but look confident. Like, this is more for like avoiding being robbed, but also like it could help you avoid a fight. It's just look confident. If you look nervous, like, I don't know, I'm nervous, I don't know what I'm doing here, it shows. Okay, it was racism. I was right. Look at that.
100%.
That was so racist.
Watch for aggressive body language for potential aggressors.
He's calling him a slur.
That is 100% what he's doing. What the? With energy and pizzazz. That's what this means.
Exclamation point 1, energy. 2, pizzazz. 3, gusto.
Gusto. I was just going to say pure racism.
Oh, yeah. He channeled the KKK energy from his forefathers. It's an exclamation point for each K.
I like it. I just recently watched what was it? Forrest Gump. And all I can think about at the very beginning is he says, they put all them bed sheets on their horses and themselves and rode around.
That they did, Forrest. That they did.
Oh, to live in ignorant bliss like Forrest.
Well, that would be nice.
It'd be really nice.
But yeah, so just pay attention, look confident, look like you know what you're doing. And honestly, this works for me. Not a lot of people talk to me on the street because I have this thing called RBF. I look like if you mess with me, you'll find out.
I just look tired.
I look angry. The week that I was the week of the bodybuilding comp when I was dietarily restricted and water restricted, dude, I was ready to fight anybody.
Mm. Apparently,
I was about ready to fight Willie. That's how just pissed at the world I was. Mm. So confident or pissed at the world both work, and then just be aware of what's going on. And then aggressive body language, dude, and they're making the black dude the cuck.
Oh, here you go. Diffuse the situation with pacifying dialogue.
Okay. It says, okay.
You don't want to fight me.
You'll lose. It'll be humiliating.
Don't you know who I am?
I am Donald J. Trump.
I have
former president of the United States.
They call my fists Border Patrol.
They'll ice you too.
Hey, right here, this is ice.
Alrighty. So here's the thing. Let's just see what they think about So Jake,
yes.
Let's say you are just really angry and you want to fight someone.
Okay.
And let's say you're the idiot who's initiating the fight.
Okay.
If the dude says, "Hey, I don't want either of us to get hurt," you're still fighting.
Oh, 100%.
Because if he says, "I want either of us to get hurt,"
I'm about to throw. I'm going to sit there and go, "All right, bet."
It's bet you're the one who's gonna get hurt, not me. Can we just try to talk this out? Also, wouldn't work. They're already pissy at you. You gotta crack a joke, try to get them to change the mood or something, or become angrier. But then you might really will fight.
You have to do something really bizarre and out of the blue. Compliment their shirt or a hat.
Bro, your tongue game has got to be insane,
bro.
Hey,
bro, what that?
What that mouth do?
What that mouth do? One up the weirdo by being weirder.
Let's see. You can also try saying, "What's the problem? Is there any way I can help?" No, here's the thing. WikiHow is not telling you how to diffuse a situation.
I think
all of these things. Okay, so here's the thing. If I'm wanting to fight someone and they say, "I don't want either of us to get hurt," I'm saying, "All right, it'll just be you then." Can we just try to talk this out? Nah, bitch. That's what I'm saying, and then I'm fighting. What's the problem? You, bitch, and then I'm fighting. These are my. Can we just try to talk this out? Nah. No, wait. I already said that one. Is there any way I can help? Yeah. By getting hit, bitch.
Yeah, sit still.
Honestly, yeah. All of those, I'm fighting. Let's see. Calm down, buddy. Oh, if you call me buddy, you're getting a nut shot.
Calm down, Taka. Just
if I get called buddy and I'm pissed, you're getting a nut shot. I don't care who you are. Actually, I do care who you are. There's a couple people where I would not even risk trying to give them a nut shot, but no. You're on that list. Take it easy. Nah, I'm still fighting.
Noted.
That being said, I don't really get angry that often, and I don't like fighting. I tend to diffuse the situation. But if I am an angry person and I get told any of those things, I'm still fighting, and I'm angrier. So you know.
I think if someone's coming up to you aggressively and you say, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa," what's up? What's the deal? I think depending on how you deliver it. Saying "What's the problem?" That's different.
Yeah, but if you're you're hey,
it's hey,
just
whoa,
hey,
whoa,
what's up?
whoa.
What's up? Just hey, what's up? Can I help you?
Yeah,
that's chill. But if you just go, is there any way I can help?
Are you in need of any assistance today, sir?
Can I help you walk across the street?
Can I punch you in the face?
My name's Russell. I'm a Wilderness Explorer Scout. But yeah, so if you can diffuse it,
look at that.
If you can diffuse it, but don't use WikiHow's things. Leave at the earliest opportunity. Wow, it's like I said that earlier. Except that should be part of your fight strategy: is leave sooner rather than later. Don't stay in the fight.
So speak. Actually, we'll finish this up real quick, then we'll talk about it, and that'll be part of our closing remarks.
There are select few times when fighting will prevent future problems, but on the whole, you win 100% of the fights you diffuse or avert entirely. Debatable. If you diffuse them and then the issue never comes back up, valid. If you avert them and then they never come back up, valid. You diffuse it for a day, it comes back up tomorrow, now you just got to fight the sucker.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. Know your limitations. Going to the hospital with a broken nose might not be worth the cred. That's what it's air quotes there. The cred that you get for staying in a losing battle. That's also valid. Yeah, get out.
Okay, but the sympathy you get from all the women, just like, oh, you have a black eye? Just, yeah.
I've not gotten any sympathy for any women.
I know.
I tell them I got kicked in the nards, they laughed.
Well, that's because there wasn't a woman that was kind of sort of into you.
Yeah, so unfortunately...
But if you find a woman that's kind of sort of into you after you get into a fight, and you go up to her and say, oh yeah, I got in a fight. One, she might call you, for you, she might call you a dumbass. But then she'd sit there and go...
That probably turned me on a little bit, so it worked.
Yeah, so you'd sit there and go, and then she'd probably promptly sit there and go...
But you're my dumbass.
You're my dumbass.
Let me take care of yours.
Here's an ice pack for you. I'll say that later. Okay, anywho. Now that we're done with the wikihow, I don't want to get into the other one, but I have something to mention about this. Mm-hmm. So I have a coworker, and she thinks that it is the strangest thing how guys' minds work. Like, she says that she did a study abroad in Spain.
Yep.
And she said while she was there, the guys that she was with would do things like they would take the room or area that they were in and they would map out their escape plan.
Dude, I do that all the time. I just don't tell people about it.
There you go. So, Mark, for you, if we were to be, hypothetically, if we were to be attacked by the CIA because our podcast is just so good.
It's
so
good.
out of pocket that they have to shut us down. They're coming through the window. They're coming through the door. How are you getting out of here?
Well, I'm not jumping out the window because we're the third story up, so I gotta take the door.
Okay.
And then
where are you going from there? You have agents storming the entire building. How are you getting out of here?
I can't tell the plan because then they'll know it. The CIA listens. Wait, I'll put my hand up so they can't hear.
The poor CIA agent that has to listen to our podcast.
He starts like, these dumbasses uploaded it again.
He's just like, please, I want to go home.
I want to go.
I want to
go to the...
Let me just point
the thing
something.
is, we're in a study room, so we literally only have one legitimate exit unless we have a way to get down on the outside, and I don't think we do. I'm not climbing up there. I don't have the agility to climb up there. And I also don't think the ceiling will support you or I.
No, I don't think it will.
So we gotta go through the door.
Gotta go through the door.
Which means, the thing is, they're CIA agents, which means that fighting them is dumb because there's multiple of them, so you just need to find a way to get through them and then book it. That's realistically it.
Hopefully, here's what I'm thinking. It's a small enough area that maybe if you get one agent in here, you beat him up.
Hold him hostage.
You don't hold him hostage. That's when you just swap you pull the old switcheroo. You take his uniform and you sit there and point at the agent and go, there he is. There's Mark.
Because there won't be more agents coming in as I have my pants down and taking the CIA man's pants off as well.
Officers, I can explain.
I can explain. I'm pulling a switcheroo. I was going to put on his uniform so you guys would think that I'm on your team, and then I can get out.
He touched a minor.
So
I did not consent to this. You're just yelling at him on the floor.
He's passed out. I was like, I didn't consent. This is your fault. I'm a victim of sexual assault. But on a real though, when I walk into a room with like a group of people that I don't know, I always think, okay, if shit hits the fan, who do I need to avoid? And who do I need to avoid? Who can I go through if I need to? And how am I getting out?
Yeah. Whatever.
So like anytime we're hanging out with, Emma and that group of people, there's someone where if crap hits the fan, I would probably make a point to go through him, even if I didn't have to.
It's like nothing bad's
nothing bad's happening. I was like, I gotta leave. Bah!
you hear sirens going outside. Like, oh, what's happening? Bah! Mark, why'd you do that? Instinct.
I panicked.
I panicked.
You punch people when you're panicked? I punch people with a certain name and character traits.
It's just you're just sitting there silently, like Mark, ah! Oh, sorry, you startled me.
It's like that one Vine where the dude's walking around the corner. Someone scares me, he just goes. And he's like, "You're lucky I didn't do anything."
Vine, I miss Vine. Vine was so good.
Maybe one day when we figure out how to actually put a video inside of a video, we'll react to Vine so you can see which ones we're reacting to.
A video inside a video. I love that.
That's the best way I can think to describe it.
Inception.
Vidception.
That's what we'll call the episode. We'll call it
Vidception.
Not this one.
Anytime we react to anything and we figure out how to put the video in, we'll just call it Vidception. Part 1, 2, 3, 4, etc.
I still think we need to make a part. We need to make a part 2 about sexuality and geometry.
There wasn't ever like a full part 1.
I know it wasn't.
There's just that one line where I said, "I'm so straight, I make a circle a square."
I know. We have to go. We have to go back. We have to revisit this topic and see what other shapes you can.
What other shapes I can morph with my sexuality?
It's morphing time. Stegosaurus.
The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but it's for the gays.
Parallelogram.
I'm gonna start saying something that's offensive.
Dinosaur.
Pansexual.
Pansexual.
It turns into cookware.
Turns into a pan.
I'm not gonna lie. I know what pansexual means for the most part, but every time someone says pansexual, I assume it's someone who gets turned on by pans. That's what the first thing my brain goes to. And like asexual, are you turned on by the letter A? Like that's just
I mean, the letter A just like. I need my dude wipes.
For all your manly messes. Not currently affiliated with this podcast.
Not currently. Well, we should send dude wipes an email.
And then just be like, hey, we have a new tagline for you guys. Dude wipes.
For
all your manly messes.
Can we use you in our podcast? That's what we put your tripod up on every time. This is something in dude wipes.
Every time we say manly messes, it just launches a dude wipe at us.
We just pull up a dude wipe. We just like, for all your manly messes.
You just have like mayo on the table. It's like, for all your manly messes. Mayo, I promise, mayo, nothing else.
Cocaine.
Scott, Jason.
Nick.
No, I'd be okay with Nick's. Wait. Anyways, before I say anything else that could be incriminating.
I'd be okay with Nick's. Every time I see Nick at the gym, I call him by his nickname, which is not... It's borderline not okay for this podcast.
I'm curious.
Yeah, I've called him before at the gym, and I say it, and I always have to pause and enunciate. It's like when we were talking about the long neckers.
Oh yeah, the dinosaurs.
The dinosaur.
I won't have my daughter go down with any of them long neckers.
Get them long neckers off that yard.
CK, I promise.
CK. Okay.
Jake, be careful what you say. We're degenerating. It's happening.
That's gonna be the new hashtag. Long neckers. With 2 R's, a hard R, if you would. Okay, so we're gonna be roommates.
My NECA.
We're gonna be roommates in the fall, and I want to buy those custom flags that I've made.
Okay.
I want to get one of a Bronchiosaurus. And I just wanted to say long necker on the bottom. Maybe put 2. Okay, here's what I'll do. I know
that would take so much explaining. Anybody who comes over, they'd be like, "What?"
We'll just put a timestamp. We'll put a QR code and a timestamp next to it. Just the podcast.
You might need to. That's just like them long.
But no, I think what you can also do is you can import images. So I would import a log cabin and like 2 redneck looking fellas and just put them there. And then like a speech bubble, I would just say, "It's them long neckers again." That would be fabulous.
All right, guys, we're gonna end this episode before we get canceled. Before we say something we shouldn't. Thanks for sticking around with us. Hope you enjoyed. Do the things, do the likes, do the subscribings if you really care. We're here just honestly for shits and gigs. It's a fun time. But yeah, we'll see you next week, guys.
Toodaloo.